Oh, hi everyone. Welcome back to Gosh Darn Dandy Time. Today we're going to talk about my top 3 vacations. My top 3 dream vacations. New York City, Australia, and Japan. I'm going to save New York City for the last, because you always save the best for last, right? So I'm going to talk about Japan. Now, the farthest overseas I've been to was Italy in 2006 on a family vacation for 2 weeks. It was cool. It was fun. It was interesting. A lot of it is a big blur, and I can't remember a lot now, but I just remember the basic facts of things that happened and things that occurred and some general places that I went. It was a hot trip. I'll save that story for another video. But I don't want to go back to Europe again. I wanted to go see Asia, but China's not my cup of tea. I don't have anything against China. It just doesn't seem to fit my state of mind. So, someday I want to go to Singapore for all the shopping malls. Yeah. But otherwise, I want to go to Japan. It just feels right. And I want to be able to say to people in the future, when people start comparing in the workplace what cities and what nations they've traveled to, I want to be able to say, I've been to Japan once. Well, I haven't been there yet, but eventually I'll get there. Number 2 is Australia. I want to go to Australia because it's Australia, man. It's huge. It's ginormous. It's a continent and a country. It's socialist, which is great. And they have the Outback, and I would do like a 2-week trip, because it takes over a day to travel there and nearly 2 days, different time zones and whatnot, to travel back home. But Australia, that's a 2-week trip, and that's something to save up for over the next 5, 6, 10 years. Who knows when we're going to get around to doing that, but I'd like to do like one of those camping group trips into the Australian outback. That'd be super cool. And to see kangaroos in the wild, and kangaroos in urban areas, to see just kangaroos. Not at a zoo, but untamed. Untamed, undomesticated kangaroos. I don't really care for koalas. They don't really contribute to the world. They're kind of like God's mistake. Kind of like the platypus. But I want to see Sydney and Adelaide and Perth. I want to go to the beaches. I want to swim in the ocean. Australia looks really awesome. So yeah. Someday. But that's really pricey and takes a lot of time out of your schedule, of your everyday life, and you got to be well off and a good job that gives you the chance to take 2 weeks off. I don't work that kind of job right now, and I don't have any money. I don't even have enough money to go to Portland, let alone Australia. Yeah, oh well. So, my number 1 dream vacation, New York City. Oh yeah, New York City. New York City? What was it talking about? Oh yeah, my dream vacation to New York City, Japan, Australia, New York City, Australia, Japan, New York City, Japan. Okay, I'll get back to the video. Hush now. Be quiet, y'all. Stop cursing at me. Stop screaming at me. Stop glaring at me. Stop throwing daggers at me. New York City. I've grown up with New York City on TV, in the movies, since I was a little kid. My parents were avid, diehard Law and Order fans, And that's how I got my New York City, starting at like about age 8, age 9. And ever since then, all criminal, crime drama, courtroom drama TV shows that are set to take place in New York City, and even a lot of their filming locations are on site in New York City or New Jersey, but mostly New York City. Bring it on. That's my thing. That I always got my fix through the TV to see New York City, whether it was NYPD Blue or New York Undercover or Blue Bloods or Law and Order SVU, Law and Order CI, Conviction, a handful of other random spin-offs and series that didn't last more than one season each. Just every possible TV show that took place in New York City. Documentaries. I've seen maybe 500, 600, 700 documentaries where New York City is the location. It's the setting in my lifetime, and I can't get enough of it. I cannot get enough of New York City. I want to go to New York City. I want to see Times Square. I want to go on Museum Row. I want to go to Central Park and walk around the entire park. I want to go to the Bronx Zoo. I want to see Brooklyn. I want to see Staten Island. I want to take the Staten Island ferry, even though I've been told it's nothing to be desired. But I'm like, well, it's got to be better than our ferries here in Washington State. I want to see all the small places, all the big places, all the tiny little hidden gems. I want to see the cool places, the hipster places. I want to see the grungy, dirty places. I want to see row houses and all the old row house structures that look like mansions. I want to see the food deserts. I want to see how other people live. I want to take all the subway trains too. And some of the New York City, buses, but I really want to take the subways. And even though we have Uber and Lyft now, I'd still want to be able to say, taxi! At least one time and go for I don't know, 5-8 minutes in a taxi and extra slow traffic. So that way the meter goes extra slow and not heavy. That way I don't have to pay a lot. Who knows? Probably a waste of money, but I want to be able to hail a taxi, old-fashioned style, at least one time. Even though I don't like coffee, I want to go to one of those coffee carts all over New York City where they have that infamous blue coffee cup and get myself a New York City coffee. Probably black, because that's how New Yorkers like it. Maybe I watch too much TV, too many movies. But New York City, that's my dream. That's my dream vacation. And I'd like to go for at least 5 days. 5 days in New York City. See all 5 boroughs, maybe stop by Newark, New Jersey for half a day, and then go back to New York City. But New York City, that's my dream. And I want to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. Walk. Not ride in an Uber. Not on a bus, but walk. Be able to get all those panoramic photos, some YouTube vlogging. I want to see New York City. I want to see all of it. I want to go to the top of the Empire State Building. I want to see so many awesome places, little places, big places, places that only locals know about. I want to see it all. New York City, man, that's my dream vacation. But that takes money, time, missing work, money, time, missing work, a lot of money, and even more money. Probably need to save nearly $3,000 for that trip or longer. Maybe $4,000, $5,000. I mean, and have a credit card at the ready as well. I want to do some shopping in New York City, a lot of window shopping. So, yeah, New York City, Australia, Japan. Those are my dream vacations. Don't forget to click that like, subscribe, and please comment about what your dream vacations are. Welcome. Bye-bye.